Hello Cancer, welcome to your February 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Special welcome to my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. Cancer, there's an energy around your reading of illumination and the need to see beyond what something first appears. It's up to you to decide whether you're going to take the time to discover what something is really all about, or simply judge it based on how it appears at first glance. There's an energy around this of needing to see beyond old conditioning or old thought patterns. Something being revealed to you in a different, more enhanced kind of way. As your overall energy, we have your symbol, Cancer, cardinal, of course. The key phrase with this is, I feel. Very sensitive kind of energy, sensitive energy of water, but mixed with the strength of the cardinal energy. So there's direction here, there's purpose, there's a take charge quality, and it's reminding you that emotional intelligence plays a huge role in shaping relationships and life. So the motivation here comes from your emotions, what feels right. There's a need to take an emotional temperature of a situation before acting or before jumping in. Of course, feelings are complicated things, and we often confuse our emotions with the stories that we tell ourselves about those emotions. So there's a feeling here of needing to be focused and aware and not easily distracted, perhaps by emotions or emotional manipulation. Could be someone around you, Cancer. We also have the card of Hecate, the Greek goddess, illumination as well. So it speaks about, something coming into being. It's a very powerful energy here of seeing. She was the torchbearer in the underworld. So I'm seeing this as looking in the shadowy places, looking in the darkness, uncovering things. Could be within you, could be an external energy as well here, Cancer. So let's see where this goes. At the bottom of the deck for you, we have the Queen of Swords. So, of course, when it comes to seeing things, this Queen is certainly up to the challenge. There's very much a feeling with this card of experience and wisdom, and someone who makes judgments, makes decisions based on facts, the truth, understanding. So seeing and uncovering the truth will allow you to make decisions this month. Funnily enough, I get kind of a dormant energy around this month for you, Cancer. I feel like it's really going to be a situation where you are perhaps in the dark for a little while before there is this illumination. I'll do a few more shuffles for you, Cancer. You may not be able to take action just yet. You may not be able to see the way forward just yet because you're unaware, or there's something that still needs to come out in from the darkness, in from the shadows. So let's see. I'll cut these cards. And Cancer, let's get started with your reading. Of course, this can be vice versa, or if you're a cross-watcher, this may be a Cancer that you're dealing with. Right in the center, we have the Six of Cups and the Hanged Man. So a situation with a long history. I do feel that there's an energy around you, Cancer, of a long-standing situation needing to be seen in a different light. There is illumination around this card of the Hanged Man. You'll notice around his head here, he has this illuminated ring. And the way that I'm seeing this is, after seeing things a different way, there is this illumination. And it's a past situation. I feel that you may have been kept in the dark about something for perhaps a long time, but now something's coming out where you see things clearly, whereas before you didn't. For some reason there was confusion, maybe even some doubt about what this was or what happened in the past. What else do we have for Cancer? We have the Seven of Cups. Again, a card of illusion, a need to sort through illusions. There's a feeling here of daydreaming, of fantasy, of idealization. So there's a risk, Cancer, of seeing things from an emotional place rather than from a more detached viewpoint. I feel that you're being asked to feel the feels. You can't help but do that. You're a Cancerian. But try to also bring about the counterbalance of your intuition, what we know inside our gut, as well as facts, finding out information so that we can base decisions on factual things, on the truth. Because here I feel that this is really about you being very much focused on the feels, but there's illusion here. There's not seeing the truth of these things. Tempting, very tempting energy, but some of these cups contain dangers. So there needs to be a bit of caution here before jumping in, before acting on one of these choices. Cancer, we have your card, but it's in the reverse. We have the Chariot card. With this one here, it speaks to me again of not jumping in. This is about withholding, waiting until something calms down. I get a chaotic energy. Something may happen quite quickly, unexpectedly. There's a reckless energy around it. Perhaps there's someone around you acting recklessly. It seems one way, but it will actually be another. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you here, Cancer, is to be cautious, because what something appears on the surface, it tells me, is an illusion. What else do we have for Cancer? We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So in the past, I do think that there has been a situation where there hasn't been growth around this relationship or a job, whatever this is, that it seemed to be some kind of situation here that's long-standing, but it doesn't seem to grow. I feel, Cancer, you would have liked it to have grown, but it doesn't grow. We also have Justice in the reverse. Yeah, something's off here, Cancer. It seems like there's someone around you. I get that there's a real risk of getting involved with something that on the surface looks good, but doesn't allow for growth, and could potentially lead you to feel like potentially you've been used, or that you have been treated unfairly. Because it seems like somebody's coming in, they may come in looking really good on the surface, perhaps looking like it's an opportunity, something that has potential, but it turns out not to have potential. Again, I feel like it's something that you've experienced before. It could be someone coming back from the past, but they haven't really changed. So it's about whether or not you'll get involved again with this same person. Do you really need to go through it again? Because it seems like it's ended in disappointment in the past. It didn't grow to what you thought it would. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So yes, it is about wish fulfillment for you, Cancer. What's going to make you happy in the long run? But it tells me that your needs are not being met here. Your wishes are going unfulfilled. And it may be something that comes back around, but it's a short-term thing. Maybe it was a short-term thing in the past, like an as and when kind of relationship. Yeah, the Three of Cups in reverse. It's a situation where you may have been a third party. Perhaps you knew about that, but perhaps you didn't. You may have been in a situation where you found out later there was another individual involved. It seems like this is another one of those. It could be the same person. I feel like it is for a lot of you. Or it could be a similar situation that you've experienced in the past, but you're being asked to look at this a different way and to gain some enlightenment, some illumination, so as not to repeat. I get repeat a past situation which was unfulfilling. We have the Tower. So again, it's about this illumination. Hecate and the Tower. But with the Tower kind of illumination, it comes with a lot of pain associated with it, because it tends to be something quite unexpected and quite hurtful at times. So I'm wondering here, if you don't get involved with something that looks good on the surface, but you don't really delve too deep, you don't look at what's behind it, and so you get involved with something here, but then it ends again, I feel, and it doesn't grow, and it leads to illumination, but one in which you have gone through pain, a difficult ending. I feel that this is a warning to a Cancerian here to stop and think before getting involved with anything, especially if it's someone coming back again, someone that you've experienced disappointment with or frustration with in the past. You're being asked to look at this objectively. I know you have feelings, there's feelings around this, and it looks really good and you're tempted to get involved with this, perhaps quickly, but I get this is yet another situation where there are more than you in the picture. It seems like there is a third party or some kind of situation where there is a group of people involved in this. Options. There are more options. Now it could be you, Cancer, that has the options, but for most Cancerians here, I feel it's more about the other individual here having other options, and this leading to a path of finding this out in a difficult kind of way. Yeah, we've got the Devil as the outcome. Wow, okay, yeah. So this is a situation where someone seems to be repeating a past pattern or behaviour. When we talk about out trick-or-treating, it's up to you to discover what something is really all about. The trick-or-treaters here help you see through past conditioning, old thought patterns. And as they do this, they reveal a darker kind of energy. Hecate is also about a darker energy, actually, an illumination of that. Hecate is a goddess of the underworld, and she is of the dark, and thus it can be a challenging energy, especially if you're only used to working with lighter energies. She is said to honour those who honour her, but is not particularly interested in those who don't seriously examine their shadow sides. So Hecate often teaches through tough love, challenges you to go that one step further. There's a feeling here of needing to dig deep to consider darker things when working with Hecate. But at the same time, you don't want to get bogged down in this darkness. So Hecate is this torchbearer. So I feel like there is an illumination of the darkness, or perhaps even darkness around another person, someone that you've experienced in the past. It's a repeating pattern, but I feel this time you're being asked to not get involved, to step back and look at this from a higher viewpoint and see beyond first appearances. I know with Cancerian energy that you're tempted to get involved because of the emotional attachment, the I feel. But emotional intelligence does play a huge role in shaping our relationships and life. So when the motivation comes from your emotions, as it does for you, you really have to step out and kind of take the emotional temperature of the situation before acting. And avoid any kind of emotional manipulation, either of yourself or of others. Yeah. This seems to be a situation here, Cancer, where the scales are not balanced in your favour. And if you get involved with this individual, again, I feel like it's something from the past. a repeat. It's still the same. It's not going to grow. There's no opportunity for growth here. It's yet another third-party situation, yet another unfulfilling short-term experience that's going to end. But this time it will end with the proper illumination. If it didn't the first time, and you were unclear about what was going on, it seems like karma is coming in here to take this down the road of you needing to learn the lesson this time, to gain this illumination, to see the darker underbelly of this situation or this person. This devil energy is the shadow self, and a need to meet that. So it seems to me that there's some kind of connection here, an unhealthy connection with something, a repeat of the past, where this individual is coming back in and you're being asked to see this a different way, either before you get involved with them, which would be preferable, or if you've already gone down this road and you've gotten involved with this situation. It seems to me that the ending of this and the unfairness of it, because I do feel that this person's yet still going to be the same person, still has these darker components around them. They're still going to treat you unfairly, and I get that there is going to be some kind of sudden understanding of an ending here. But with that comes illumination of this person's darker energy and who they are. Because on the surface they appear to be good. You know, the devil comes in an Italian suit, you know, looking really, really good, or in a red dress. Someone who looks fantastic on the surface. But what's underneath that? That's what you're being asked to look at the shadowy aspects of this, to look at the darker places rather than just what's on the shiny surface around this particular person, Cancer. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to get a couple of clarifiers here. I want to start with the devil. Oh, yeah, the devil's coming in quickly here. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I mean, my goodness. This thing comes in fast, but it ends quickly. So this is really fast-moving energy, and it's very, very toxic, and it's very painful. It has betrayal all over it. And someone who's really just out for what they can get. Wow. That is some difficult energy, but... yeah. Cancer, if you can avoid this by not jumping in quickly, by holding back and learning the truth or finding out answers to your questions before you get too involved with this person, that would be preferable. But I feel some of you Cancerians are going to get tempted into this rather quickly, but unfortunately I see it ending in a difficult way. But the good thing around the Ten of Swords with the devil here is that this is the last time this will happen. This will be the last time you get involved with someone like this, because it will allow for this illumination, this revelation. You'll see things very clearly. You'll gain this greater understanding, something that you didn't gain in the past, I feel. This enlightenment with the Hanged Man is going to happen, and that will put an end to this situation fully and finally. But it's tough love. It's going through a difficult situation, and karma seems to be coming in here with the Justice card in reverse. There may have been an avoidance of a karmic lesson in the past. So here is something coming back around for you to relearn the lesson. But this time you are going to learn it, Cancer. May not be you, could be someone that you're dealing with. Or if you're a cross-watcher, this may be a Cancer that you're involved with here, in which case it's a warning. Yeah, you know, there's this dormant kind of energy. You're being asked to rest, recharge, and reconsider before jumping in with your feelings, in with your emotions. Wait on that. I get an energy for you to be detached and to be mindful before getting involved on an emotional basis, because I get manipulation all over this person. Wow. Let's take a look at the Seven of Cups. The High Priestess. There's a lot of things that here that are unknown. I get illusions, secrets as well. So it seems that there's kind of a tantalizing energy around this of mystery and emotional depth. It's kind of like being lost in your emotions. That's how I'm sensing these cards. Really diving deep, but diving deep quick. And boy, it's going to be hard to get back up to the surface when you're in that kind of darker place, that darker energy that's filled with illusions. And when it comes to thoughts, I don't see thoughts in this reading apart from the ending, where this understanding happens, this 10 of Swords. But up to that point, I just see emotion and emotionally charged actions that get you into trouble here, Cancer, by the look of things. Let's see. Yeah, we have the Empress card with Justice in reverse. The thing is, you want to make sure that people around you are valuing you for who you are, and not trying to manipulate a situation or out for their own agenda or their own kind of self-serving needs, because I do get this energy of beauty, Venusian quality around this card, and abundance. So you're someone who looks good. You look good to the devil looks good to you. This could even be someone who's wrapped in the guise of the Empress, but underneath that kind of confidence, underneath that beauty, there is injustice and a sense of being treated unfairly. Well, Spirit's just told me that this person may have an agenda. This person may be coming into your life here in order to seek revenge. There's some kind of justice. That's for some of you Cancerians. And I feel that they'll get it. They'll get that justice this time. So be really careful, especially if you're a male here. I feel that that's more female energy around this. Somebody who's wanting to get some kind of revenge. They may feel like they are entitled to this. There's an energy of entitlement that I'm picking up around this person. Someone who perhaps has come from a place of jealousy or envy of others in the past, and now really is taking what they feel they're entitled to, which may be you, Cancer. So painful lesson involved with this, that's for sure. Let's have a look at that Nine of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups. So there's that feelings again, those emotions, a tendency to get carried away with that, to get lost in the emotional side of things without looking beyond that. What is this Three of Cups in reverse? And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It's not going to pay off. This is a situation that is not going to lead to anything more. It's going to be a short-term hookup, third-party situation, one in which it's going to come in quite quickly and then end. Let's have a look at the Ace of Pentacles in reverse in the past. And the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Seems to be, I'm talking about someone here who has experienced a feeling of not getting what they wanted in the past, and so now they want what they felt they deserved. So there's very much an entitled energy around this person, Cancer. So look at the motivation, the intention for this individual coming in, because it seems like they're really out for justice. They seem to be seeking some kind of rebalancing of the scales or readjustment of the scales here. They feel like they've had it bad, that they haven't got what they deserved in the past, and there's been a lot of internal conflict around this person. There's a lot of things you don't know. There's a lot of hidden things about this individual that are yet to come out. But it seems like this getting involved with this person on a short-term basis reveals all you need to know. But it's a challenge, and it's a hard lesson to learn. It's a tough lesson to learn. But that's that energy around this whole reading, is that this is going to be a tough lesson to learn, but at the end of it you'll have gained a greater understanding, a different perspective here that will reveal what you didn't know before. So it's one of those tough lessons here for you, Cancer. If you can stop it before you get involved with this person, and if you can find out the truth, what is driving this, what's behind this individual, if you have the strength here to look behind the curtain, to look beyond the surface of how this first appears when it comes in, I feel that you'll be better off. But some of you Cancerians will just jump into this quite quickly because it feels good. The feeling is there, right? But my goodness, it comes with a price, a hefty price. But it's going to lead to a breakthrough. With the soul coaching energy here, it speaks of this illumination, a very strong energy around this whole reading about this is going to lead you to have some kind of breakthrough at the precipice of a huge positive breakthrough. So everything that you've been going through in the past few years has been preparing you for this. So there's some kind of immense realization on its way. Something perhaps you've waited a long time. So this realization, now it's hard, it's difficult, it's not a good thing when it comes in. It's going to feel painful, it's going to feel harsh. But, and here's the good part, Cancer, when you get out the other side of this, you're going to be so grateful you know the truth. So your soul wants you to know that everything that you've been doing up to this point has prepared you for this coming breakthrough. So quit standing on the edge here of what you should do. It's saying that this is something that you probably, it seems to be coming in karmically here, so that it allows you to get to this point. It allows you to see. It gets rid of old limitations, inner blockages, things dropping away. Anything that's kept you from moving forward. Fear, doubt. Yeah, so this illumination here is going to come in, and it's going to allow you to see the past very differently, and it's going to be a good thing eventually. I see that this is going to give you that moment of clarity where you see, you understand, and as a result of that, you won't have to experience this kind of thing again, which is a good thing. And it's really coming from this darker energy. I feel like it's going to illuminate, it's going to really be the thing that propels you forward into the lighter energy, which is fantastic. But it's just in the flow of this, it's going to be a little bit of a tough challenge for you. But if you can focus on the lesson, if you can focus on the revelation, get to that place of peace where you understand, then I feel like you'll be able to finally move on from whatever this thing is in the past that's kept you stuck. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Cancer, and wish you all the very best. If you'd like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. I thank you for watching. Please don't forget to press that little like button down there if you're enjoying these videos. And if you wouldn't mind forwarding me or sharing me on your social media platforms, that would be really appreciated as well. My 2020 yearly forecasts are out, and the link for that is also in the box below. Thanks again for my podcast listeners on Apple and Spotify. You can check me out on my YouTube channel, Gypsy Insights by Michelle. I wish you the best at this Cancer, and please take care.